Boom, baby, we're live. What up? What up? What up? It's me, MLD. Welcome to Free Consultation Friday call-in show where I answer your dating questions absolutely for free. All you got to do is give me a call. Pick up your phone, 254 454 4447. It is completely free. Get on the call and exclusively with your dating questions. You have dating questions. That's the most important part. Okay. You have questions in general, that's fine, but dating questions, relationship questions, it is my goal to get, continue what I do best. Like my W as a content creator is getting guys in the bed with girls that are attractive, that, both parties are happy about it, things going on. And, that's what we're going to keep on doing. I'm excited for 2026. It's going to be a good year. 2026 is going to be a year you just have to kind of keep your head down and grind, do your thing, but you can have fun still, you know? And there's plenty of girls out there. So many guys are giving up. Don't be one of those guys. Pick up the phone and call me if you have a problem today. And we're going to get started right now.
Connection established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit. Okay, because you don't know
how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay.
Did
you
watch
can
my
do
channel?
what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's
you can do
triggered.
that. No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She could build me a sandwich.
But my man,
It's common sense in every other country in the god world, but here you got to get out of god Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're going to attract fucking predators. RIP bangs indeed. Someone said in the chat. What is up? How's everybody going today? It is me, MLD. I am here. I was streaming late last night with Myron Gaines. If you guys didn't see me, I was on Myron Gaines' channel. As you know, into 2026, this is my first week streaming in 2026 after recovering from my trip to Asia for my surgeries and stuff. But I am feeling great, and that's just a preview of what you're going to see. We have some big guests that we're going to be having on the show soon, and we're just going to continue talking about getting dates, getting you the girl that you want. You know what I mean? So if you have a question, pick up the phone, give me a call. The phone lines are open right now. 254-454-4447. Let me check and see the queue. Okay, now the queue is up. So yeah, go ahead, pick up your phone, give me a call. It is 100% for free. It's a toll-free number. 254-454-4447. Oh, actually, let me put that on the screen. There you go. Call in number. Call in. Let me see. Do I like that placement there? Yeah, I guess I do. Cool. How's everybody doing today? I am out of it because I was up late and that show with Myron threw my sleeping schedule off. But what is up to everybody in the house? Good to be here. Happy Friday. It is 4:41 p.m. Friday afternoon in the East Coast, United States of America, where we are live coming from Florida. I am the Florida man, and I'm here to help you guys out. We are going to do my favorite part of the show next. It is the one and only. Let me check if we have any callers first. Okay. Okay. No callers yet. Let's do comment review. Shout out to Ek Martin, who just joined the Hot Dude Army. What up? What up? What up? Welcome. Welcome aboard. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, let's do comment review. Yesterday's episode, AI giving dating advice from Reddit. You know what's even crazier? 56% of single people are asking AI for dating advice. Can you believe that? That is crazy. This is not going to end well. Dude, I'm telling you, if you're a guy and you learn game, because look, when you learn game, when you learn how to talk to women, when you learn how to get women consistently, it's a one-time cost skill acquisition. And if you're a man and you're honest with yourself, the majority of the time that you're awake and alive, you're trying to have sex with some girl. Am I wrong here? Am I just a sexaholic? And that's just, I'm the only person on the planet who thinks about sex a lot? I don't think so. The average guy does indeed think a lot about sex and how to acquire sex with multiple women and, attractive women on top of that. So, it's just, once you learn the skill, okay? Once you learn the skill, man, oh man, it just takes a gigantic pressure off of you. And then, you just know at any age, at any place, wherever you are, you're not going to just be a total sexless dweeb. You will be able to find a girl to have sex with her. And if you know how to be a guy who is comfortable around women, women are just going to know how to behave around you. And, you naturally fall into a leadership position with them. And then they start taking care of you, cleaning up the house, cooking, cleaning, massaging you. That's just the way it goes if you're doing everything right. And if that's not happening with you, then you're having a problem, and I can help you. So let's take a look at comment review first, though. And let's go to here. AI is giving bad dating advice. These are marriage causes divorce is in the chat. He says, hi IQ stream with Myron. It was incredible to see two goats of the space put on a masterclass in dissecting the out of control woke liberal degenerate agenda forced upon men. Sad to see you and Myron having to carry the whole manosphere on your backs yourselves. Hey, it happens to the best of us. It's all good. D2, what up? He says, waking up is half the battle, but the other half is taking action and feedback. Absolutely. Right? Boom, baby. Normies are absolutely cooked. 4 years left before AGI. I think we talked about this. No AGI. You look 30, 35-year-old gent, very young indeed. Fire episode. Keep rocking LD. Thank you. Thank you. Team 40 over here. Still feels weird to say. I don't know. I don't know. It just does. I don't know. It's weird. I've learned a lot about myself using AI as a digital CBT for my inner consciousness, because life can only be understood in reverse and must be lived forwards. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Pariah, your opinion on Reddit is 1,000% true. Really? Let's go to big camera. It's a toxic cesspool filled with miserable people. Happy people are definitely not posting and reading on that platform. It's a very small minority. Look at that. I like the second camera. Okay. D2, Reddit and 4chan was allegedly a honey honeypot op and propaganda outlet for the you know who. It's literally the NPC Gigafactory. Yeah, I think about you're talking about the Cuban sports website experiment that they did. Okaidi Gambate says Fax. Thank you. Uncle Fabs 64, my German buddy. He says, yeah, you have to ask the AI right questions. I mostly give it 15 times more input than I get output, but you can get the answers to give based on data from MLD, John. That's right, baby. How are your knees recovering? Good. Can you walk without assistance? Yes. Can you walk distance, long distance, no assistance? Yes. Can you jog? No. Can you run? No. My dad had a stroke in 2014. I'm sorry to hear that, and died 2025. He needed a walker, but after the stroke, he could walk about until 2023. Wishing a speedy, full recovery. Thank you so much, brother. One step. Thanks, DT. This guy's so funny. Okay, and then this long one I wanted to read last because I think this kind of falls in the vein of Free Consultation Friday. This is a guy looking for advice. He's from Italy, and he says, "What up, MLD? Here from Italy. My question for you would be, what high income skill would you advise me to learn so I can make money? I am also 19, an immigrant from Moldova and Italy, currently working in a warehouse. Don't have a degree of any kind." It's a good question. Well, it depends on like what you want to do, but I think honestly, because you're young right now, guys who are in the trades are not hurting financially whatsoever, nor are their jobs threatened by AI, especially electricians. Electricians recently, because of AI and data center, has gone from like a kind of like a B tier job, quite frankly, to now has become, in my opinion, S tier. Like AI cannot replace you. Okay. First of all. Second of all, the demand for electrical engineerings, electricians, all of this stuff with all of these data centers going up and, them absolutely needing electricity to keep these things running so that AIs can process. I mean, this has been a boom recently. And a robot is not going to be able to do that job for a long time. A very, very long time. S tier job, if you want to look at it like that. So electrician, you can never go wrong with the trades. Plumber, electrician, and if you have a little bit of independent, entrepreneur spirit in you, then you could run your own little business as an electrician or, plumber. I mean, the list goes on and on. And also, my dating life is almost non-existent. I know it's because of my inner game being so bad. It got a little better, but I still can't find it in me to approach and talk to girls many times. I went with the intention to go and just say hi to them and ended up not doing it. What advice would you give me? Well, at least you went and tried. So just go try again. Just go out and just say, I got to say hi to one girl. Because you're just thinking something really terrible is going to happen. And that's just not like, let me finish this. I'm going to go big screen. I feel like I need a kick in the ass to get the ball going. That's why I was thinking to join monthly coaching. So definitely join monthly coaching, first of all. Okay. So what we do is in monthly coaching as well, when guys do cold approaches, we have them film them, record them, and then upload them. And then I give the feedback right there. So whatever stage you're getting to, at least we can get you to the next stage. So if you're like, if you're afraid to talk to girls, we could get you to talk to girls, but then eventually get the number and get the bang. To be honest, from the data we have collected, okay, and listen, you're going to hear this. No one else on the whole fucking internet or manosphere is going to tell you this, but I have calculated this shit, okay? Even if you have no experience, if you do 130 cold approaches with feedback, okay, even with a low skill set, you can get a bang. All right. This is tested through multiple people in Tokyo, in America. I have tested this through my Womanizer network, and it is about 1 for 130. Okay. If you get better, you could go for like one for 60, 1 for 50, maybe. Also depends on where you are. But cold approach and game, like those are two skills that if you pick up, okay, the gems of women are not on dating apps. And most of you guys are on dating apps dealing with, just in my opinion, not the cream of the crop. Because the cream crop doesn't need to use dating apps. The high value men find them. That's how attractive they are. Their beauty, the word of mouth on their beauty spreads. You know what I mean? Oh, we got a caller. Here we go. Hey, caller, can you hear me? Is this who is this? Gonza? Giovanni, what's up, buddy? Good. Thank you for calling. Mm. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Uh huh. Hmm. Uh huh. Mm. Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So, all right. So basically, you have a 7-year-old son. You're co-parenting with the ex-wife, who you guys are now separated, and you are uncomfortable with the influence that her family is having on your son. What exactly are the things like? How often do you have your son? First of all, uh huh.
I'm the one that's on top of his school. Make
Hmm.
sure I'm the one taking to the teachers, the counselors.
Hmm.
I'm the one buying everything. I'm basically trying to take two roles. If that makes sense.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What does she do? She's just a deadbeat mom.
For school and does that, but I'm more of the structured one, right?
Hmm.
I'm the one that's like more on the ambitious side. I'm trying to level up. She kind of unfortunately she kind of just is okay now with just being conformist, right? And now that's why one of the big reasons why I couldn't move forward with her anymore. But I'm like, okay, I can't count on her for many things, so I'm the one having to do make sure everything's taken care of, right? And I guess it's just it's unfortunate because I'm like, okay, I'm still young and I don't see myself settling down right now. I'm trying to really do well by myself and all that, but I'm also I guess my fear is long term, right? Seeing him observing, right, and thinking this is how mom should be, if that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah,
Not doing much, just kind of just being, going to work, but not, not engaging,
yeah.
not cooking, not doing any of these things, that again, um, I envision like that's something I would have wanted for him. But of course, my decisions, of course, that ultimately affect him. So I'm just trying to navigate the best way possible and see what I can do. Right?
How old is the
I tried
girl?
talking to him. I'm sorry.
How old is the girl?
Same age.
She's 29 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm just collecting everything. So, okay, here's what I would tell you, my man. First of all, you are an incredible father. So you should really pat yourself on the back for that, for caring to this degree. I think that couple things. I think that your influence over your son, because you're eventually your kids are going to be able to know who's taking the care of who more than the other. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think your son will be able to notice that. And then just, when you have him, just make sure you instill your morals in him above that. Now, regards to seeing your ex-wife like that, I think there's really nothing you can do. It is what it is. But what you can do is when you do remarry and get another woman, make sure that she behaves in the way and is in the way that your son will look at that and be like, okay, like this is the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't stress out.
Definitely.
It's good. You're a great father, though, that you are stressed out like this about your kid.
No, yeah, definitely. And you know what it is? Why, I mean, this is why you're such a big hit. Just like myself, I didn't have like a father figure to kind of guide me through this, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to make the same mistakes, right? And trying to make sure that, kind of, and that cycle, right? Of like, not having a mentor and all that. But ultimately, yeah, and I agree with what you're saying. I guess, another thing too, I'm like, another big issue, right? And I'll leave it at that is, and then she started, obviously with time, because we've been split for almost five years, right?
Mm-hmm.
She started dating, right? And, you know, I tried talking to her, trying to take the more the approach of being calmer, because she's very combative, right? And so I was like, hey, like don't bring no one into his life too soon,
Yeah.
right? And obviously,
Yeah.
she didn't do that, right? So I'm trying to like keep my composure, and again, it's like I'm like I said, I'm applying to things, I'm trying to promote, I'm trying to do the best I can to almost race against time, because I know I don't have the leverage I need to be able to do more, right? So I'm guessing, if you were in my shoes, right, is there anything else you would try to do to kind of make sure, he gets lined up in the right path, right? Because another thing I noticed with him is that, I told him where it's like, I've noticed that like, he will try to like overcompensate and try to, go to the mom when she's having her flare ups or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
trying to almost like please her, right? And I'm like, oh, that's dangerous, right? It's almost like, hey, like, so I tried talking to him. I said, look, if someone's upset and it's not about you, just give them space. And it's not your responsibility to make sure someone's happy, right? And so there's all these little things, right? And I'm like, and I can't help but feel guilty, right? Because I'm like, it's like I'm the one, right, that made the decisions, right? So I have to take the accountability. So I'm trying my best. I don't know, how to, encourage him to, be an independent person, and know what to look for down the line.
Well, I'll tell you a little story, right? So when I first started my YouTube channel, right? The story about it is like the first 4 years made no money. Did you know about that?
Yes.
Yeah, like no views and no money, and was just really really tough. And you know, my family was like kind of like okay, there's 30-year-old Jonathan and his YouTube channel over there. They were kind of, it was like kind of, there's just another thing that I was trying to do that, because at this point, I had failed with a bunch of different entrepreneurial pursuits, right? So anytime I said something, the family kind of met me with the general skepticism. But when the business took off and I started making a lot of money, and the business took off and the popularity of the channel happened to take off at the same time, then they all started like defaulting to me and listening to me more, and my words had heavier weight. So I think at your current state, like at 29 years old, you really just need to focus on continuing to evolve and continuing to grow. And really, like, dude, I in America, it is totally possible. Like, get your finances up. Like if it's too expensive in California, consider leaving. But when you have like high levels of financial success, and I'm not saying be like a multimillionaire, okay, but I'm just saying make sure your money's right and make sure you're living a good, tight life. And naturally, I said people will eventually respect you. And if they don't, even when they see you like that, then you have like a bigger problem.
Right. No, well, thank you. I appreciate the advice. And one more thing, moving forward down the line, especially with, how I see things now, especially in the market scene, I'm become more cynical. I'm like, would I thought about this. I'm like, would you think it would be beneficial overall to try to settle down with somebody eventually for the sake of my son? Like, meaning, would it do him better, or you think it's just living that bachelor life where you just kind of just focus on just, yourself and improving? Because, I think to myself, I'm like, everything, the Western civilization in terms of women now, and, with everything going on, obviously I'm sure there's a lot of great women out there, much harder to find now, but I'm like, down the line, so it's like, is it worth the squeeze now, right? Especially having a son.
Yeah, well, I would say, okay, I think if it's good for all men eventually to, just settle down with one chick, or like to have some kind of LTR thing going on, because you don't want to get old and alone by yourself. Isolation and loneliness is a big problem of our time. It is like one of the biggest, um, precursors to mental health problems, and a lot of mental health problems are happening right now in America. Isolation is not the answer, and that's exactly also like if you want to get like conspiracy theory, that's what the elites want. They want us isolated. They want men and women at each other's throats. They want blacks and whites at each other's throats. Whatever Indians and Latinos. I don't know. I'm just going to use all these different racial wars in my, but they want us at each other's throats. So I think, yeah, if you want to settle down with somebody, there should be nothing wrong with that. It's like a lot of people don't know this, but like when I was building the early days of modern life dating, there was always like one girl who was supporting me. That was my girlfriend the whole time when I was doing that. And she is an amazing woman. And I think because she supported me, I was able to make something that changed my life and changed the life of so many people around the world. You know what I mean? Her supporting me allowed me to do modern life dating with enough time, which allowed me to meet people like Myron Gaines and teach him initially. And then he got his start, and then he fucking blew up. And then all these other guys that from my community blew up. You know what I mean? So, I think having a girl is a wonderful thing. Like I think if you have all the money in the world and all this stuff, but no one to share it with, I think guys who say otherwise are bitter. I think like somebody burned them and they're like depressed or sad or bitter about the fact that they have nobody. But I think it's a lie and cope. Quite if people say like they don't want to end up with somebody, I think they've been burnt too many times, quite frankly.
Absolutely. And you know what? Given everything you're saying now, it's like we're living a time, right, where everything controversy is what sells, right? It's fear, it's negativity. I think that's why it's a shame, honestly. And I mean it respectfully. You should be bigger than what you are. And I say this because I heard you through Fresh and Fit and all that, and and everyone has a platform.
Yeah.
But overall, I think I would say you're moderate, you're more sound-minded and logical, because you kind of see two perspectives, and you're not too far on one side.
Yeah. Thank you.
And so I appreciate that's why I've been following you much more, and I'm like because you're very logical, and I remember seeing the episode of Fresh and Fit. Mind you, I've watched many episodes. That was the first time I've ever seen, all the females there on the cast calm and actually listening to what you had to say. You know what I mean?
You're talking about the most recent one, right?
I think it was when you did a few years ago, actually. It was when you were visiting. I forgot what episode it was, where even Myron was praising the women there. because
Yeah.
everyone was learning and actually intaking information.
I think
And
that,
I know
yeah.
it was because of you, because you were kind of setting the frame and making sure everyone was composed. It's energy, and it's
Yeah.
like, again, it all comes from who's speaking. So you have a lot of influence, man, and I really do appreciate everything you've done for everyone out there. I'm sure all your true fans really do appreciate that, and I hope you blow up, man. Blessings to you.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, you know, you're the second person this month who said like you should be bigger than you are. I really looking at the data too and just seeing everything. And you know, Brandon Carter, his channel, it's similar. I truly think after doing all these years of coaching, because this is the 11th year of the business now, I truly believe, and it's sad to say this, but I just think most people just don't want to improve. It's hard to, and it's painful to do self-reflection and realize like, okay, like I'm not good enough in these areas and it's my fault and I need to change. Otherwise my circumstances are not going to get better. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, change is scary too, right? It's because you're trying to almost kill the part of you that you've always known, right?
Yeah.
And that's all you've known, right? So it's like you're trying to reinvent yourself, and that takes a lot of willpower, a lot of a lot of failing too, right? Because you don't even know what to expect afterwards. But hey, man, I don't know if you're in the States now, but I hope you jump into more podcasts so you can get more pull. Because again, that's how I heard about you through Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
And I hope more people, because I'm my 2 cents here. You have great influence, man, and I'm telling you, not everyone has it. More people are just kind of, like I said, fearmonger, and they kind of just feed into your own biases. But you have the gift of gab, and you know how to speak well, and you communicate properly. So I think you can do way bigger things, and I truly do mean that. So
Thank you.
Best of luck to you, and thank you for all your advice.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, like part of me going on the stream with Myron last night too is, we're going to start getting me more out there because I've been isolated on my own channel and I wasn't even paying attention because I'm just so locked in and I just stream all the time, but getting out there, I'm having more guests on and stuff. Yeah. We're going to start expanding the channel. We're going to get clips and stuff going too. So, but I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm just happy to be back and hear people like you. Like in my first week back, I've just been, I don't know. It's like, it's very, very touching. It's like almost surreal that this many people know about me and like me, it feels good. It's nice.
Definitely, man. And again, yeah, you got a great heart. You can tell, you're actually trying to other people, they just kind of say, oh, well, this is a problem. That's it. But one thing I noticed, you actually dissect, you peel the layers off. Right? Everyone kind of says, oh, well, why can't we find women? Oh, because women are, crazy and all this. And maybe that's true, right? In most cases it is, right? In certain cases, right? But you deep it, you go further,
Yeah.
and then you actually then prop up solutions, which is another thing most people don't do.
Yeah.
They just say, well, these are the facts, and well, that's it. Let's move on.
I think they don't have the solutions,
Yeah.
I really do.
No, yeah, definitely. And let me ask you this: how'd you get such great at speaking? And then also, do you read a lot? How do you get a lot of or is it just through experiences and pattern recognition?
It's definitely everything. I am not a book person for all the womanizing. I'm not. Like I am out here always talking to girls. I am always wherever I'm at, I'm talking to chicks. I'm, trying to meet people. I love women. I love being around women. Women make my life easy. I love when they cook, they clean, when they take care of the place, when they take care of me. I fucking love women, bro. So, I'm just always in the field, and I'm just like, I think, because me personally, if you take away my, the X factor of my intelligence, I'm a pretty average guy. I'm a first generation American on my mom's side. I'm 5'10". I'm like, I'm not like incredibly jacked. I'm not incredibly handsome. I'm like decently good looking. But what I am just like a guy who takes action, because stagnation and staying still is the worst thing you can do in life, because you have to take action to improve yourself and learn at a high rate to get what you want. Because the only reason you don't have what you want in life, and this goes for anybody, is because you just don't have the intelligence here And the intelligence here comes through taking action and doing stuff in the real world. And until you get that, you're going to be stuck where you are in life. And if you're not happy with where you are, then you need to take tremendous amounts of action. Action is never a bad thing, and that's what I really believe the backbone of all my success is. And so, to answer your question about the speaking, I grew up in the Pentecostal church, and so from like 13, I was always on the church plays. So I was the good thief in the Easter play that like believed Jesus was Savior, and I died on the cross and in front of like 3,000 people, like often, multiple times a week. And so I was always acting on stage since I was like 13, 14. And then when I was 15 and 16, I was a part of this acting competition. And when I was 15, I got like third place, I think, in the state. And then when I was 16, my sophomore year, we won first place in Florida and we won first place in the United States. And this is like the Fine Arts Festival with the Pentecostal Church. So this is like tens of thousands of people. And I performed when we won like in front of like 7,000 people live. So I've always been talking on stage since a young age. And that segued into me getting a sales job. Because, when I was so broke, right? When you're like 18 and you're broke, like you have no experience, like the only thing you do is like these like terrible sales jobs. So I worked at Sears as a telemarketer when they like connect you to a headset like a monkey and just feed you calls nonstop. And so just through repetition and talking and, when you're an actor, you try to change people's emotions by your words and how you act on stage. And then that kind of connects to telemarketing when you're calling people and trying to like, convince them to buy some stuff from Sears. And then from that, I was working at like, clothing shops and just social life. And then, becoming a waiter after that, and then working in a nightclub after that, and then driving taxi, and then like teaching English in Japan when it's like, you're 8 blocks a day and you're talking to 1 to 4 people, new people per block per day. So I've just met so many people. I have such large data set, and I have a degree in psychology on top of that. So I'm kind of like a Frankenstein of a character of a man who used all these, kind of out of left field talents to put something together that seems to have worked out pretty well so far.
Wow, so your neuroplasticity is all over the place, huh?
I guess so.
You're right. You just make connections from everything, and that makes sense. I'm hearing your background, and I've heard tidbits of it, but in certain episodes. But I'm like, okay, it all makes sense. It's not by mistake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's great. You know what? Another thing too. I'm like, because I listen to a lot of your listeners too, just like myself. I am now. I'm like, one thing I realized is like, a lot of us we're coming to you because we didn't have a certain, maybe we had the individual, but he didn't have the proper tools, right, to teach us, or some of us didn't have fathers, right, and now we're grown men, now we're fathers, right, so we're trying to like learn and kind of while we're actually doing the damn thing, and I'm like, one thing that I got from you that I've been using a lot is keeping frame, right? Do you have some sort of like guidebooks for like, like have you, correct me, maybe I don't mean disrespect, maybe you do have all these things, but I'm like, do you have certain books you've written or certain ways to go about it?
No, not yet. I plan to write the book I'm planning to write in 2026 is the Money Muscles Game Frame, because everybody, this is what I'm known for. And I want to clearly define these tenets of my online masculinity cult that I run. I want to make sure the rules of my cult are clear, So I want to write this thing out. And now that AI is here, I can definitely write it like 10,000 times faster. And I plan to do that because I really wanted to, that's the one part of my legacy I want to live on, is because, again, and you pointed it out too, right? I am a guy who was born into poverty and a life full of problems. And I realized that the only way problems go away is you either stop caring about them or you solve them, right? And so I don't like hearing whining and complaining, because if I didn't solve my problems when I was younger, I didn't eat. You know what I mean? So that's why it bled over to the brand. I am very problem solving oriented. Like I want solutions and I want to give solutions. I don't want to sit here and cry and waste my fucking time or waste your fucking time. You know, we got to get on with our lives. You know, you get busy living or you get busy dying. And I want to get busy living and I want to fix my problems and live as good of a life as possible. And I want to provide solutions to people as well to show people that I'm of value, and then you know, the word will spread, and that's exactly what has happened. So, you know, I'm just very action oriented and solution oriented. You know what I mean? I believe that you can. There's a lot of things you can solve just by taking action and just, you know, giving it a go.
Fuck yeah, man. I love hearing that. You know, one other thing too that, you know, we don't have a lot in the society now is that positive attitude. You know, that's another thing that I feel you is, you know, very little out there, especially in the spaces.
Yeah.
It's all negativity. And I'm like, that's another thing too. Like I work with a lot of, you know, retirees and like pensions and all that, and people dying basically. So
yeah,
it kind of gave me a different perspective. Like you said, you can solve everything minus death, right?
Yeah.
It's the only thing you can't solve. So it's like,
yep.
If you really put these into a big picture, it's like, why waste time on complaining, like you said, or whining when we have abundance of options to work with? So
yeah,
great, man. You're doing great things, doing the Lord's work. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I want to definitely keep tuning in, and I hope to see you blow up further in the near future.
It's going to happen. Me and Myron have a plan. We're working on something. I appreciate you, buddy. You have a good day. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. You as well. Take care.
Peace out.
Bye.
You know, and it's so funny. I almost, you know, before I fired the show up today, I was like, you know, I don't know if I want to do it. You know, you know, I don't know if you guys remember the sauna chronicle continues at my house. So the sauna was supposed to be done on Tuesday. Okay. And Lowe's lost my sauna. Okay. Yes. Lowe's misplaced an 800-pound sauna. Okay. I took a picture of the sauna. I will show it to you. But it's also on my Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, shame on you. My Instagram is Hot Dude Life, because if you're watching me, you are part of the Hot Dude Army. Okay. If you're listening to this, you are a hot dude. Don't forget, join the Hot Dude Army free Telegram chat beneath the screen. Click on that right now, unless you are one of the people who is now watching on television. Do you know that on YouTube now, guys, the number one device that people watch YouTube on is a television? It has been like that for me since 2020, because I've always had like 2020, I had a beautiful 85-inch Bravia and my pimp Tokyo penthouse. You guys remember those days when we live streamed all the parties and all that? You could connect that TV with Wi-Fi or an Ethernet cable and then download the app. And oh my God, is it a convenience thing? So if you're watching me on television, you are not alone. I know my friend Jay from Los Angeles potentially is watching. I'll know because he'll send me a DM, because he always DMs me. Look at this. This is the sauna. Look at this. Look at this thing. Okay. How do you misplace this? This was misplaced. This was misplaced, guys. Okay. So let me tell you the sauna story. The sauna tales. Okay. Supposed to be at my place on Tuesday. Can't do it. So the team that's supposed to build it has to get rescheduled to Wednesday afternoon. The sauna is supposed to arrive now Wednesday, 1 to 5 p.m. It gets here, but the builder team shows up too early. And it's these two white guys that drove down from another city, about 2 hours. This guy was getting real aggressive with me, even on the phone. I was worried. I put my gun in my belt, my waistline when I went outside to talk to this guy. He was being so aggro on my property too. And he's like, well, you got to find another team. I was like, okay, buddy, like, see you later. And I just like shut the garage door after him. Just get off my fucking property and get out of my life and never look at me again. Just don't like rude people like that. So then they had another team of guys come Wednesday and they started building it. But then because the sun went down, they couldn't do it. And so then they came back again yesterday. And then They finally built it. They stayed until night, even after the sun went down. I had to take one of my big YouTube influencer lights out there and put it in the grass. And luckily it lit the whole thing up for them. And then they got it done. And then today, the first electrician I had scheduled canceled on me. And then I was feeling sorry for myself for a second. I was like, what? You know? And then I said, fuck this. And I got on Gemini and I was like, find me an electrician who can install this. And I sent a picture of this and I sent all the data about the sauna. And we found this guy who's a hustler and he came right over. I said, I'll pay you cash. Okay. I will pay you cash to assemble all the internal electronic components of this sauna. And they're here now, but unfortunately, they cannot get it done until tomorrow. But we're going to be there. So my whole business week has been upside down because this sauna thing should have been sorted on Tuesday. I don't know why I was telling. There was a purpose to the sauna story, and I got lost in the rage of the sauna story. Okay. But shalom to you, my Jewish friend. Remember, we are an ally of the Jewish people on this channel. All right. But the good ones. I'm not gonna even go down that. Watch me on Myron Gaines' channel for that. I gave my take. The kick portion was probably the best yesterday because then I was saying all the bad words. Anyways, call me 254-454-4447. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for that call, don't forget, you can join my monthly coaching right now and have a private conversation with me.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. We're going to get right back to that, but I want to tell you quickly about my coaching program, the Money Muscles Game Monthly. If you're having trouble getting women in your life, keeping them around, and getting dates, if you're having trouble with your finances, this is the program for you. It's a very simple program dedicated to solving those problems with you right now. Each of these coaching sessions are a group coaching session with live interaction on the second and fourth Sunday. Every month, we meet at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom to discuss exactly what is going on with you, what problems you have, what roadblocks are in the way. And then from there, we come up with a special plan for you to get the results that you want. I know what you could say. There's all this free information on the internet. There's all these free content creators putting all this stuff out. If that were the case, the world would be healed by now, but it's not, okay? It's the blind leading the blind. You don't even know what's good information or not. You need a mentor. You need a group. You need a tribe, and you need to be held accountable. That's what you have in the Money Muscles Game Month. In addition to that, we have a free 24-hour support Telegram chat where you can link up with other like-minded men just like you who are dedicated to solving their dating and money problems right now. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, go to modernlifedating.com/monthly, sign up, and then you're gonna get an email sent to you with a Telegram link so you can join the Telegram chat and get on your plan to fix your problems immediately. Do not let another day go by where you silently suffer, lying to yourself, saying you're gonna figure it out, because you won't. You need help, you need a mentor, you need group support. That's what I am, that's what my community is. I've dragged myself from the depths of poverty to the tops of financial success. I've dated hundreds of women around the world. I can easily teach you how to do this, and it's a cakewalk. But it all starts with you going to modernlifedating.com/monthly and signing up today. Thanks so much, and let's get back to today's video.
That's right. So go ahead and check it out real quick. This is what I was talking about, the Money Muscles Game Monthly, where we help you get 3 of the 4 components to make your dating life S tier. You get a free 30-minute onboarding consultation to develop an action plan on how to become the high-value man that you want to be, to attract the women that you want to attract, to get the dates that you want to get, to finally get a girlfriend, have a good time, move on, have a good, just know that this part of your life is sorted. You get access to a private Telegram with 24-hour chat support, and then 2 monthly live coaching calls on the second and fourth Sunday. We did move them to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They are now earlier in the night, so 6 p.m. So Team Europe, you're on board now. If you are Team Europe, you can make these. And a personalized strategy to get more money and more women in your life today. Go to modernlifedating.com/monthly or scan that QR code, and you will be notified via email with the sign up link and all that fun stuff. We're going live this Sunday in the monthly coaching too. So if you want to have a call with me, we're going to stay live. I want to do a couple more callers. So pick up that phone. It is free consultation Friday. I will answer your dating or relationship questions completely for free. All you got to do is pick up the phone, 254-454-4447. No call is too small. And the only stupid question is the one you do not ask, okay? Because do not think you're going to try to figure this out on your own. Use the wisdom of other people, and I shall help you for free, okay? As I smell my Thailand herbs. Well, guys, I got to say, I'm happy to be back on YouTube. I'm happy to just get things going again. We're going to be doing some Midnight MLD episodes, probably do one maybe later tonight. I don't know yet, but I want to rock and roll. I want to rock and roll with this. I've already banged 100 women. I just need the money. Easy. Hit me up. I got you. Making money is easy. If you're in a first world country, gentlemen, you have the opportunity to make money. Okay. I am coaching one of my mates in the UK right now, Tawanda, and he is going from being a prison security guard to a cybersecurity expert. As right now, he's having some interviews, and I am very proud of him. He has made a big transformation. He was not happy in a relationship that was in, and he decided to end it with this girl. And now he's even in better shape. He's doing really well. He's about to get more money. And that's kind of a symptom of, like, when you dump a girl and then you do way better after she's gone, that's like, kind of a sign that she may have been holding you back. You know what I mean? Yeah, that clavicular slap from that chick is wild. I really hope he sues that white girl. I think the best thing to do is to have her in jail. Oh, I think I know who this is. This is my good engineer friend is calling in. Hey, buddy.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
How are you, my friend?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, man. I'm happy to hear you.
Yeah, likewise. I'm glad you're back up and running and kicking.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I'd keep the tradition of some wild hoe shit story to share with you, and
let's
see
go.
what your 2 cents are.
Let's go.
But I wanted to share first a testimony. I know it's not Red Pill Sermon Sundays, but I can relate to the guy earlier that sharing custody with his child.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of the worries that I had, and it's easier said than done. Like you were saying, the things that are really what you have to do is just instill your values, and your example will speak more than any words could. And so,
yeah,
if the guy's still listening, like my daughter's going to be 8 years old, and she can. I had that worry because I have a daughter. Like my goal is like for her not to be a hoe or a stripper. Like I don't want her to be having the same life her mom did. And so if it helps that guy, like there's one story that happened recently during the downtime you had was 4 months. I know I shared with you that I was always scared of if I had frame or not, and worried that like there's that bitch mangina in me still. And one of these, on Tuesdays we have gymnastics night with my daughter, and it was like right around some holiday for the school. And so basically, short story, she used my daughter to like use it as an excuse for her to say she wanted to go to daycare and I didn't want her to go to daycare. Since it was a holiday, I was a day off, and so that's what I stood my ground, saying like, hey, like I have the day off, I'll be able to facilitate watching her. Like if I wasn't able to have the day off, then yeah, daycare is a great option, but I'm really opposed to daycare. I don't want strangers to be taking care of my daughter. And basically, she was saying like, well, she doesn't want to go, like basically saying like my daughter can make decisions for herself. And so I repeated to her, I'm like, she's not old enough to make decisions for her. Like that's why we're here. We're the adults. We're her parents. And then she comes around saying, well, I'm her mom. And then I'm like, oh, you really want to go down that path? Like, and I didn't stutter. I didn't hesitate. I wasn't angry. I wasn't yelling at her. I just looked her in the eye and I said, do you really want to go this route? Like, I have first right refusal and I have final say in medical, religion, and education. Like, we can go down this path if you want. And so, like, that shut her down real quick. But inside me, I was laughing because I'm like, is she really arguing with me? Like, I'm not her fucking dad? Like, does she think she's arguing with, like, no shit nigga or her side nigga? And, and so basically, my daughter, like, that was the first time my daughter ever saw us have a back and forth. We rarely ever have a back and forth like that. And I could tell she was very uncomfortable. And so she was disoriented, confused. And she asked again, like, she's like, so where am I going? And then her mom, just like to make it, just like typical woman, like taking the blame off of her. She's like, oh, well, you're going to stay with your dad and you're not going to go to daycare because your dad doesn't want you to go. And inside me, I was like, this fucking bitch. And so like, I just told my daughter, I'm like, hey, like, I'll watch you. I'll take care of you. Like, don't worry about it. So that was just like my testimony to say, like, I had always questioned if I was going to be able at the spur of the moment, hold frame. And I could say, like, you definitely helped me out along with the other generals and the mentors. And I want to say thank you for that because I doubted for a long time, saying like, oh, I don't know if I have it. Like, I don't know if it's going to be possible. So if that helps that other first caller too. I don't know if there's really a book that can help. It's just repetition, saying like what's important to you. And anytime, I remember you said, anytime you feel a violation of like what your values are, that's them disturbing your frame. Like they want to tear down your frame. So it's up to you to like, honestly, you have to say like, no, fuck you. Like, this is it. And not be scared. Like, we're just scared of the repercussions. Like somehow in this case, like our children could be held hostage. Like they could be collateral damage. And honestly, it sucks like when, like, I've been the nice guy. Like, I was a fucking pussy. I was blue-pilled as fuck. And that was, like, my biggest fear is, like, fuck, like, I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to, like, make her sad. And it's like, bitch, like, who the fuck's going to care about me? Like, why does nobody consider my feelings, my wants, my desires? Nobody's considering me. So I have to do it. And so if it's any help, I wanted to share that testimony.
No, I appreciate it, buddy. I really do. And I think the guy, he's probably still watching right now, listening in. And yeah, like I said, you have to, you just have to have the stronger frame to instill the values in your kids. And like I said, they're going to have a sense about them that they're going to know, like, you know, okay, shit's just better when I'm with dad, or dad's way of living is, you know, is goated versus mom.
Yeah, more stable, less chaotic for sure. They'll see it. Like my daughter tells me all the time. Maybe she doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like even after that talk that we had, that back and forth, my daughter's mom, she talks to me very nice now. She's put her head down. Like she informs me of events without me even having to ask her. Like she'll tell me, hey, like our daughter's sick. I'm gonna keep her at our house. Like shit, I don't even have to fucking ask for. Like she obeys me more now that she's not my bitch versus when she was, and that's what infuriates me. It's like, man, like I ask God, I'm like, if I knew these tools and skills before, would we have been together? I don't know, but even before I called, you were talking about like if your life got better after her, like I think that speaks a lot for itself. So
yeah,
maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Well, it's a W because you're in a good position. I got another caller. I'm gonna let you go.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
But
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, but hey, listen, I always appreciate you calling in, my man.
Yeah.
Did you get the PE? What's the next test?
I'm gonna schedule it for June because I took it in October and I didn't pass. So I was just trying to get off that discouragement and then get back on the horse. So
Okay, cool.
It's gonna be the next day.
Well, keep it up, bro. You're gonna be fine.
All right, thank you, bro.
Peace. All right, we got a caller from India. Let's go. Hello, caller from India. Hello, caller. Can you hear me? Okay, guess not. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. Looks like it's Gabriel from California.
Hi, MLD.
Hey, Gabriel.
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you, my friend?
Doing just fine. How are you doing?
Good. Talk to me. What's going on?
All right, so I'll get right to the nitty gritty. So I am in a bit of a situationship right now with a girl who's basically, in my mind, a 4. But she's very sweet compared to like 9s or 10s. I'm a 2, basically. And this girl who's a 4, like, and I see each other quite often at school. It's a struggle for men with autism like myself who are basically a 2 to even like talk to like chicks at all and whatnot. But this girl basically, like, me and her have been like texting back and forth like for maybe close to a week now, and I just feel very nervous about going in for the big question, as I'll call it, like asking for a date basically. So I'm being very vague when I describe like this situation shift, like based on the very little that I've shared, like what I'd like to ask your opinion of what you think like should be the next step.
Okay. Are you sleeping with her?
No.
So then it's not a situationship. Situationship was when you're sleeping with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
So how do you know her?
We met at school.
Okay. And so do you hang out with this girl all the time, or what's she like?
We see each other quite often in the last couple of months.
How?
I met her last fall semester.
And what you guys hang out one-on-one or only at school or what?
Only at school, and for the most part, it's usually just passing by, but there's been a couple of occasions where it's been one-on-one. The difference is that, like, when me and her cross paths, like, she'll be the one that, like, initiates a conversation.
Uh-huh. So
And
have you...
Sorry, I interrupted you. You go on. I interrupted you.
No, you're okay. Have you asked for her phone number?
She actually asked for my phone number and my
Okay. And have you asked her out to hang out one-on-one?
not yet, and I want to.
So that's the next step. You got to do that next.
So her texting me while she's like in a class or while I'm in the middle of the class, is that a green flag or is that anything I should be concerned about?
If she's texting you and communicating with you and like, are you always hitting her up or does she hit you up sometime?
It's a mix of both, but I mean, it's been when either one of us have been in a class.
Okay. The only way to find out is you got to ask her out. because you're not like you're not ruining anything. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't have anything. Um, but the way you're gonna have to move forward with this lead is you're gonna have to ask her out. That's the only way. I mean, that's a motherfucking Tuesday if you're a player, boy. You gotta just ask her out. It is what it is.
Okay. Okay, definitely. All right. That's all I have for now, unless there's any other questions you'd like to ask.
No, but we have some other callers waiting. So thanks for calling in and have a good one. Okay.
You too.
All right. Bye bye. All right. There's another India. The guy from India keeps calling. For Jacoby, 249 euros. Thank you so much. What number do I use if I'm from Germany? See this one, USA, just plus, like here, right at the bottom. 1 254 454 4447. My nigga. My German nigga. Call me in. Call in. I'll play Erica when you come on. Let's talk to the Indian guy. Let's see if the Indian call comes through again. India. Caller from India.
Hey, John.
Hey there.
Hey, man. What's up?
How are you?
I want to ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
In places like India, when a foreigner is visiting, how do you even approach a woman in a country like this?
How would I approach a woman in India?
Yeah. Means like other foreigners who are coming to places like Mumbai, Delhi, but there's a certain language barrier. How do you approach somebody like that?
You just say what's up. You got to shoot your shot. I've hooked up with two chicks who don't speak English, and we just used a translator app. You know what I mean? Attraction is non-verbal. It's attraction is you feel it or you don't. You know what I mean? It's there or it's not. You could build upon it, but you don't really need words to determine initial attraction.
Yeah, good.
What kind of question is this? This is for you, or you're trying to figure out how these other foreign dudes are getting laid in India, or what?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I live in a major city. So I just keep seeing these guys getting laid with the language barrier. So it's very confusing.
Yeah. Well, how old are you? You sound young.
Yeah, pretty young, 16.
You need to go study. We'll talk about sex when you're 18.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, buddy. Bye. Only call in if you're 18 or older, folks. All right. Let's see. Eli. I think it's Eli. Eli, is that you? Hello. Caller from Tampa. 813. Hello. All right. Looks like it disconnected on my end.
You are connected as the host. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
Let's go. Chat, did I drop? Am I back? Am I back, chat? The Geet. Yeah, Tampa caller, if you want to call back, 813. Never dropped. Donald J. DeMarco. That's hilarious. Oh, man. Guys, I love you guys. Seriously. Is it too much when I'm always like, thank you guys. Is it like needy? Is it beta? Is it beta when I come on here and it seems like, oh, look at this beta thanking us? You tell me. Dr. Jiang says, never expect to date the local population if you're an immigrant unless you're the top 1% of earners. never expect to date if you're an immigrant, but that didn't happen. That wasn't my case in Japan. Where this nigga is kind of like, he's a little overhyped. This Dr. Jiang guy, I've seen him. Any Chinese person you can't trust because they could be a puppet of the CCP. Okay. And another thing is, I don't trust niggas who don't get pussy and don't get money. So, okay. So listen here, fucking Mr. Professor Jiang. Okay. Dr. Jiang, price is wrong, motherfucker. Price is wrong, bitch. Ay. Call. Oh, we got another caller. Germany. Jacoby may have made it. Hello, German caller.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
You can hear me?
This is your Führer. I'm here.
Yo, this is sick, bro. I'm a big fan of the show, man. You're definitely one of the goats.
Thank you.
When it comes to just social dynamics, I guess in general. Like you're really like, I really watch you and Myron the most. Sorry, I don't want to chat too much.
You're good. Take your time. Take your time. To say what's up. We got time. I'm chilling.
Yeah. Yeah, so my question is I'm definitely very far away from a relationship right now, just because want to focus on a lot of other stuff. But my question is mostly on, so in Germany, there's the red pill space is really dead. There's almost nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one guy, and he basically makes these videos. And he recently made a video, and I was really interested in your opinion on this. And I also wanted to ask Rolo Tomasi about this, because I was also really interested in your guys' insight. So he talked about basically when he's in a relationship with a girl, and he talked about basically having access to the password of girls' Instagram accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really interesting because his theory was that if you care too much about who she follows and how many guys she follows, and basically, how many guys she follows, which guys she follows, she'll basically use that as a leverage against you, because she notices that you care so much about it. And that's why he says, that's his opinion. I'm kind of, my opinion is not quite, I'm not quite sure what to think about this. I'm really interested. He says that he doesn't check which guys she follows and how many guys she follows. I'm not sure if he had access to her account with a password, but yeah, he says, I actually wrote a note about this.
Uh-huh.
Basically, he says that she'll use it as leverage. And I'm really interested in your take on this, because I feel like on one hand, it's I'm really I guess as a lot of guys, really territorial. So it really turns me off a girl's just following a bunch of guys while I'm in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I feel like what he said, there's some truth to it, where if you care too much about it, she might lose that as some leverage of yours. Did I articulate my point well enough?
Yes, it was very well. It was very well.
Okay.
It was very well.
Perfect.
Your English,
because I never get to.
Your English is very good, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. I went to it was a American school, but most of my subjects were in German. But yeah, that's why I try my best. Thank you so much.
All right, good stuff. I'm summing my digital harem right now. My 50-year-old member, the 50-year-old woman in my digital harem, Dr. Mellons herself. Come on to the show, my sweet darling. It's been a while. Back to you on that. Yes, if you're worrying about her Instagram account. So okay, it's two sides of the story. Okay. And no, you have to put some no clothes necessary. Please come in a bra and or tank top, something skimpy. Thank you. In regards to this, the Instagram thing. So okay, you shouldn't be worried about it because you should have more confidence in your girl. First of all, second of all, the whole using it against you. You see, this guy, any man who fears women in his dating message is a beta male. When have you, how long?
That's what I thought.
How long have you been watching me?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. How long have you been watching me?
For like, I gotta be honest, not that long, maybe like 1 year probably.
Okay, but that's pretty decent amount of time. But how often do I ever say I'm afraid of women or, women are scary or
that's what I thought. Like my first thought when I saw that was like, dude, like Rolo or you or Marvin, they would never say stuff like that because that's kind of like his point was kind of the point where they like the girls say, oh, you're insecure or you're like because you watch like how many guys a girl follows, like that was my first thought. So yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Look, if it's a problem, then she's just not the girl for you. You could tell them, look, dude, girls are just, dude, I have never, even good girls who are like not hoes, like, these are the women that I exclusively kind of go after and date. Even these chicks are like mind-numbingly addicted to social media. So it's not only that, and yeah, if she's out there, the thing is, if she's out here like, posting some shit or just doing some hoe shit, then as a man, you do have to check it. You have to be like, hey, listen, as in all things, you have to talk about your frame. You say, hey, listen, I see you're posting these provocative photos. I don't like this. You're going to attract predators. There's a myriad of problems that can come from this. And I care about this relationship and I want to make this work. And this is not like, this makes me not okay. And then if she likes you, she's going to be okay. It's fine. Sometimes they might throw a temper tantrum initially, but then, like you have to like teach them and guide them. And then also you have to communicate with your partner. And if they are not okay with your frame, then, cause if she likes you, she will, fucking get rid of it. And if in both people in the relationship should be doing things to make the other person feel more safe in the relationship, not unstable.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. And that was also like, I was really shifting towards that opinion. The only like point I feel like he made, but he didn't really make was like, I'm not, because I haven't really like, I've never been like in a real relationship where like I was red pilled. All of my past relationships were like before where like I was, it's like I had to go through the breakups and stuff to learn all this stuff. So like I'm really new to this, and I really like the one thing I'm not really sure is like how to handle like is there like a point where like as a guy you can become too jealous where like she'll like use that against you where like she knows like that you may not like if she follows like other guys and you like ask her for your Instagram account, is there like a point where a guy can become too jealous? Because like I'm not really sure about that. You understand my point, like what I try to say?
Yeah. Let me jump in here. So what I think is that you are not jealous. You just have boundaries.
Yeah, right. Because I'm like you know how it is, like we want to be like really I mean like in my let's say my perfect scenario would be in a relationship where she like doesn't follow any guys and stuff, like obviously having my shit together. Like if that was my perfect scenario, like that's how it would be,
Yeah.
Because like that's just me personally. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. Like I said, Um, I think like, like I was saying initially, this is all connected to frame, so this is not even about jealousy. And again, if you're with a woman who genuinely loves you and or is interested in you and has genuine burning desire, she's not going to say, I think you're jealous because you're doing like this. So I would say a part of you, how old are you? You sound young.
I'm 22.
Yeah, you're super young. So you've never had a girl really madly in love with you yet. And I have had multiple women like my whole life, just women just fall in love with me when they date me. And when you see the devotion and the love that a woman can give you day in and day out when she has genuine burning desire for you and how she jumps in your frame, little things like this, they don't typically happen. You know what I mean? It's very just kind of
okay. And also, just sorry to interrupt. Just like for a specific like this stuff with like you taking her password, Instagram password, or like you telling her to unfollow like guys. You would definitely say that that's only possible if you like really have your shit together, right? Because if not, she's gonna like tell you like like she's gonna flip it on you, right? If you don't have your shit together, right? Like she's gonna say,
listen,
why can I do that, but you can, right?
Let me tell you something. Whatever content you're watching or your perspective of life, you're too fearful of women, bro. Like you're viewing women in a very bad, negative light. And the reason that guy is putting that kind of content out is because that's like what low level players put out for content when they don't really have game. Because just because he puts out a YouTube channel doesn't mean he has game. And you can't, as a man, you can't just be sitting there thinking like all women are just terrible people and that like all women are just like waiting to cheat on you and leave you, because that's just quite frankly not the case at all. You know what I mean? And most women, when you get in a relationship with you and they genuinely like you, it's going to be a good thing. They're not like, sitting around like waiting to, go jump on the nearest dick that's around the corner. But if she doesn't like you, if she's genuinely doesn't have burning desire for you, then yes, she is looking to do that.
Okay, no, but like, did you understand the thing like in general, like where I said like my question was just like about the stuff with like the Instagram password. You could probably only do that as a guy if you have your stuff together, right? Or do you say like
no?
You
listen,
can still do that, like, even
listen. You're missing the point. What I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to talk about the level of the girl's interest in you is the only thing that matters. You can't add that to. You can't add that just because you have money. Because some women will see a guy and he may be like a rich millionaire, but he just may not do it for her. And she's just like, I don't care if you have money. I'm not attracted to you. The only thing that matters is her level of interest in you. And the higher the woman's interest in the man, the more compliant she is with the man. Okay. You only hear these problems and nightmare stories of women is either the women are damaged or they are dealing with men that they have low interest for and they don't care about blowing up the relationship or doing anything along those lines.
Okay. Yeah, that was basically the concept that what I was going for, and I thought really the same thing, that guy probably is like he's maybe like halfway red pill or something like that, but he's like not like, if you definitely like if for him it's okay, that's okay, but like me personally, like I wouldn't want like my girl following a bunch of guys, and like not really having like access to her account, not knowing what she's doing.
Yeah,
that's just me personally.
So that's fine. And I think every guy kind of goes to that stage. I went through that stage for a while. Now I just would rather just focus on making more money. And if she's the way I look at things if she's dumb enough to fuck up the relationship with me by doing some dumb shit on Instagram, A, and then eventually I'll catch her, and then B, I'll just be like, okay, well, you're retarded, you have to go, and I'll just go get another girl, because I still have game. Game is infinite. You know what I mean? So I could just go replace her.
Yeah.
And it would be sad for a little bit, but I'd say it is what it is. Just got to move on, right?
Yeah, right. I would just have, because it's like, so thank you so much for this like free value. That's like really helps me. I really want to thank you. I would have like one more question if it's possible. If not, it's not a problem.
Yes, of course, buddy. Of course.
Okay, I can still ask one.
Yeah. Me and my concubine are here. My digital concubine is present now.
Oh, thank you so much. So my other question would be, this is probably like a goy slop question. I'll ask it anyway.
Let's go. Let's go Max.
Anyways,
goy slop Max.
I've noticed in recent years that like liberal women are like, in my opinion, seem like way more submissive than like Republican women.
Yeah.
That's just like my opinion. Like that's what I noticed. Like especially like when you come into her life and like you put on that frame and then she like adapts to your views. That's just what I've kind of noticed. So I wanted to ask like if she's like liberal. Since I've never like tried any stuff like because I've been like I really don't have that much of experience. Would you say that the best way to like do you think like if she really likes you, it doesn't matter even from the jump, if she like hears your views, would you like advise maybe to avoid talking about like politics maybe on the first date or some stuff like that? Or do you think it's just like better to be honest, and if she like likes you so much she'll just like doesn't care about your views like on the first date? Or like
I would say
what's your opinion on that?
Look, when I am meeting a girl, I don't know if she is going to be anything. All I know is I'm trying to have sex with her. And then after I have sex with her, I will determine where to place her in my life, right? And so, like, when you're... I don't know.
Sorry, the question is kind of it's kind of dumb. Like at the end of the day, I feel like I know the answer because really likes you. She probably about your political views at the first date, right? So
yeah. So like,
probably on me. Like,
look, because I'm calculating. You're just kind of like you're overcomplicating things a little bit. When you go on a date with a girl, initially, you should be setting the vibe of a light, playful, fun, friendly, seductive, touching her periodically throughout the conversation, touching her hand, her arm, whatever, those are the things you should be doing. You shouldn't be like talking about politics, because then when she goes on a date with you, she wants to have fun. She's not there to have a political debate or talk about that stuff, because it's not fun anyways. I don't want to talk about that stuff with any girl. I often, when I'm in America, I put like, I do not care about politics big on my bio, to push away all the psychopath women who have to drag politics into their miserable life. And that's why they're single. They don't realize it, So focus on keeping the date light and friendly, and focus on, getting it in the bag. And another thing is this, bro, listen. When these chicks really like you, dude, they will change their religion for you. They will change the way they look for you.
Yeah, that's what
They will.
Yeah.
They will. So, but you're a very smart guy. You're very smart. Just don't be so fearful.
Yeah, it all comes from you. It all comes from you and like all the content and Myron stuff, man. I'm just absorbing all the content from you guys. So I really have to thank you guys for all the knowledge.
Well, me and Myron want to give back to the German people for all they've done for us. So
Hey, listen, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you guys here. whenever you guys like want to,
dude, I met a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed German girl in Asuncion, Paraguay, by accident in the coffee shop. She was stunning, dude. I want to go to Germany for I honestly, me and the guys in my community, we want to go on a white girl quest for the summer, like across Europe.
Yeah, because there definitely are some, but I don't know if you know, like Germany now is like 90% people from Turkey.
Yeah.
So almost, and it's like all these very like weird, because Turkey, I think it's kind of like the Muslim country, but here it's like not the conservative women from Turkey. It's like more of the whores from Turkey. Like it's like the Iranians, like all the feminist Iranians live in America. It's kind of like the same. Like
Listen,
here, like all the feminists.
you got to like go out and get some dates, man, because you have way too negative outlook of women, and that's coming from me. You know.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Speaking on it, I just saw some. If it's just possible.
Yeah,
like,
go.
If I'm taking too much.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
So I was thinking about this. This is just like me, like really, just asking because I really have the chance now, and I think like it's. Thank you so much for this call. I was thinking about this, like obviously, like during sexual intercourse. Like I think even like women are making it more and more obvious that they like to like get like slapped and choked and all of this stuff. And like I wanted to ask, like, do you think you should? It's a really stupid question, but do you think like nowadays you would have to like ask for consent like in any time, like not obviously before the sexual intercourse or like but like in a general conversation, because like is there a chance she'll maybe
can I ask you a question? Are you a virgin?
No.
How many girls have you been with?
Virgin question?
No, I'm just trying to collect data.
Only. Okay. Only two.
Were they prostitutes or you caught them yourself?
No, myself.
Okay, W. Good work. Okay. Yeah. Well, the good old way. Listen.
Sorry to interrupt.
Listen.
I really want to add it.
Listen. I could keep going, but just listen. I'm going to answer your question. Okay.
Okay. No, sorry to add because I've never
listen.
Done that.
Settle down. I got the answer. Okay. All right. When you're having sex with them, okay, what you do is you lightly put your like hand on their neck and like, you give it a little bit of pressure and you see if they are they receptive to it or not. And some bitches want to be fucking choked out. They want to get like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm scared. Like that. Like imagine like.
It's case by case. It's case by case.
Imagine like she comes out 3 years. Yeah, like imagine she comes out like 3 years later and like I don't know, sue you or some shit because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like obviously you would have to like do an NDA for that, but like I would never ask a girl to like for consent before in the conversation to like do that stuff, So I was just thinking like.
I think you have to stop being so afraid of girls. Whatever content you're watching is making you afraid of women, and you need to stop that. Because you're not behaving you're behaving in a way of a guy that I can tell doesn't really understand women, and I really understand women. So don't be afraid of them is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is don't be afraid of them. Okay, because they
don't got hands.
They don't have hands, first of all. Second of all, okay, even if they get upset with you, I mean, as long as you're not like doing anything illegal, it doesn't really matter, you shouldn't be worried about it. And the thing is, women will typically fall into your frame. So if you act afraid of them, they will act in a way that they'll be like, yeah, you should be afraid of me,
Yeah. And I honestly think probably that they'll just, I don't think they have a problem with like doing all that stuff, right? Doing kinship, but at the end of the day, I think they like it too. So I don't know.
Nah, don't never believe that they don't like sex. When especially if you're a guy that can really fuck them well, these girls are like crackheads. They have like no self control, like because nobody tells them no in their life, in their day to day life, and so when you give it to them good sexually, they're just like insatiable. Like always trying to get it out of you, always like waking you up and trying to like suck your dick, and you're like, bitch, I'm sleeping. Like, but they just want it bad.
Yeah, sure, yeah, because I was watching like a lot of your content also like recently with like this clavicular stuff. I was watching that video recently because I really like got hooked to him because of Nick and stuff. But I was kind of disappointed because I like obviously we're in Germany and we have to be Nick fans.
Yeah.
And I got hooked on his content, but like it was kind of disappointing, like finding out that I don't want to talk like I obviously like the guy, but I feel like the media like the portraying not the media like the maybe the right wing people, they portray him to be like this big alpha guy and stuff. But I feel like I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about him, but you know what I want to say, like. I don't feel like he has the frame of like Tate or these people.
No,
like
he certainly doesn't. He certainly doesn't. But I'm gonna let you go because I wanted to let other people call in. Okay, but it was.
Oh, sorry, man. Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure.
It's good. It was great talking to you. You're a very smart young man. Don't be afraid of these girls, though. Seriously, there's no reason. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. Peace out. Dr. Melons, hello again. We have reunited.
Yes.
How are you?
Good. How you been? I see you're alive. Can the arms move? Everything move? Everything good?
Look at this. I'm permanently scarred. Unfortunately, my beautiful body has finally taken a permanent licking. It's okay. It's just it just drives me nuts because I haven't been to the gym in like 3 months and I look a little flabby. People were calling me fat on Myron's show last night, and I was like, damn it, this time I can't say they're wrong because they're right. I am fat. I'm just a little flabby, just laying there being.
It happens.
Taken care of. What have you been up to?
Cleaning.
Really?
I don't know.
You're still terrible on live stream, I see.
I see. Yes. I'm sorry. Oh, I saw the Manosphere movie.
Come on here and just not say a fucking word, okay?
I saw the Manosphere movie. Very cool, interesting.
They interviewed me, but they
did.
Yeah, of course, they interviewed me, and but I just didn't give them any dirt. They were looking for dirt. They're liars too. They're like, this is not a hit piece. This is just like we're trying to portray this properly. And I was like, wow. He had long hair, so I was like, no, I don't trust you. You're a man with long hair. I don't trust you. You got a long list of things you got to do before I trust you. But yeah. Where is it? It's on Netflix? I don't even have Netflix.
Yeah.
You know that? I don't even have Netflix.
It's good. You don't need it. It's trash anyways.
What did they say? How was it?
I mean, they tried to make it like a gotcha. It was not really that much. It was kind of boring, to be honest. So, like, I think they were expecting it to be this big thing, but it was boring. There wasn't much there.
Mm-hmm.
There was that little few seconds with Myron's ex-girlfriend, but it wasn't like that big of a deal. She didn't say anything that interesting, like, or that much of a gotcha, but they tried to make it more than what it really was. But it was kind of like, well, the other guy that's like a British guy, that guy's insane.
Yeah. Louis Theroux, the guy who made it.
No. The red pill kid. I think he's British.
Oh,
maybe he's Australian. I don't know where he is from.
Yeah. Just Tiki Taki.
Yeah, that guy. I've never heard of this kid before. He's insane.
Really? Why?
Because he just
what does he say?
Nuts. I don't know. He just seems like he's nuts. Like he's one of those character people. Like he's not a real person. Like he's a character. Like he's an internet personality. He's not a human.
Did you see him fight in the street with John Zerka?
No.
Let me pull it up. I'm going
Who
to show
won?
it to you. Tiki Talkie.
Ah, poor little John.
Zerka can't fight. It was so funny to see this. Let me see if it's Zerka first. Zerka pulled up on him in a restaurant, and just like swung on him. And the kid is like, I think this kid is like 23 now. So this was like 2 years ago. So he was like 21 at the time. And Zerka is 30, like pulling up on the guy and then getting his ass beat. It's pretty funny. Here, look at this. The Manosphere lore continues.
My gosh.
Hey, chill, boys. Hey, chill. Boys. Chill. Chill, boy. Chill.
Yeah, he's fighting in with his white pants on.
Yo, you got Stop.
Is that hair?
Yeah. Yeah, that's so I think, like I said, they're trying to get like really controversial characters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, everybody's asking me to watch it. I really have no desire to watch it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I know. Well, what are you going to do about it, guys? If you want to call, talk to me or my
accepted the truth.
My digital concubine, Dr. Mellons, who's looking. Listen, you were looking melonrific today, there, sweetheart. What's up? You missed me, huh? You were looking real spicy. You like my tank top? Is that what you're matching me with your skimpy wear?
This is a shirt.
This looks great on you. I've missed you. I have missed just being able to live and be out here. Guys, if you want to call 254-454-4447, I'm going to continue to seduce Dr. Mellons live for you guys. What else has been going on with you?
I'm trying to think. I don't remember. Oh, remember that kid just mentioned something about like how like the girls now like to be choked? You know what that's connected to, right?
Do you?
Corn.
No.
It's connected to watching corn too young for women. It's like this weird thing that's coming up now.
But do you have very vanilla sex? Are you a vanilla sex person? Really?
Yes. So is my husband. We're very vanilla.
How? Just it's always missionary?
No, it's like normal. There's no weird stuff going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like what? Like, there's nothing. No hands on the throats.
No.
Mm-mm. Are you a sexer or do you kiss when you sex?
What the fuck?
Like some people don't kiss a lot while they're involved in having sex. Like they focus more on just like, you know, riding or whatever's happening at the moment.
Dude, I don't know. It's like normal. It's like normal amount, not too much of anything weird. Which is very normal. Look, that's what I like about him. He's normal.
He doesn't spank you? Nothing? No spanking?
He doesn't have any of these weird, sick things that people developed in these new generations.
I don't know why my camera froze on just StreamYard. My camera is fine on OBS. Hold on, I'm gonna reset. The sexy talk is too spicy for the YouTubes. Matrix attack. That's what it is. Matrix. There we fucking still frozen. I have no idea why. Let me change cameras. So no butt spanking. None of that.
No, normal people stuff. I mean, I do it to him. Let's be
You
real.
spank him?
He's
No
cute. What are you
way.
talking about? Of
That is
course. That's a
fucking
normal
hilarious.
thing. Constantly. Like, he can't bend over to do anything.
Oh my God. That is.
What? Did he leave? No. No pegging. No, you guys are crazy. I don't think it's 50 Shades. And I did read the book for what's it called? For research purposes, and it's not even, it's the 50 Shades part is not even 50 Shades. It's the most vanilla book ever. Okay. What's a good collagen supplement? Eat meat. You have to eat the meat with the tendons and stuff,
What
you
the
guys.
fuck is happening? You are bad luck.
No, I'm not. I'm great
I had
luck.
flawless shows until you came on here and started talking about spanking your husband. What in the fuck is going on? This is mega gay. StreamYard. Oh well. Well, at least I'm still here. I'll keep clicking away trying to figure this out. No idea what this is. Just very weird. The phone line is still open if you guys want to give a call. 254.
Oh gosh. You can call and I'll answer. I'm kidding. I don't know how. I don't think I can. Anyways, okay. So if anyone wants to ask me questions while he's fiddling with his camera, you can ask me questions. Yes, okay. I will take over until the camera starts working. Is retinol bad? Most retinols are too strong. There's some weaker retinols that I like, but generally you can get by without retinol. I use like alpha lipoic acid, a serum topically if there's anything you want to spot treat. And then for the general, I do lactic acid. That's the best. It's better than retinol. It's more gentle. You don't want to fry your skin off, you guys. Name 3 countries. Your mom. I'm kidding. Iran, Iraq, Britain, whatever, the UK, whatever, America, Azerbaijan. Let me think. Georgia, which is technically called Gorgistan, but American. Who's my favorite manosphere creator? I have to say John, you guys. You know I can't say anything else. I'm half Persian. Best way to heal acne scarring, microneedling. You can do there's microdermabrasion. Like there's those machines, you can get them from China, and you can scrub really hard if you have like dents or pot marks, and it'll like make it bleed, and then it'll scab over smooth and then like fall off. Like if I had a pot mark, I would do that. But general acne scars, just use lactic acid, alpha lipoic serums on the spots. You should be good. No retinol or vitamin A for pregnant people. Yes. I don't think any like guys really get pregnant, at least that watch this channel.
Yeah, no. Sorry about that. I don't know what my computer is doing. We're back. Anyways.
Oh, bone smashing. Yes, everybody should be bone smashing. I'm into it. I'm trying to
serious?
Yeah. Heck yeah, that's bone smash. I got no fucking cheekbones.
You think it works? Are you genuine?
Of course it works. Of course it works. That being said, I do not suggest anyone do it. I take no liability. But yeah, it works. Of course it does.
Let's see. We've got some more. How do you get rid of black eyes and baggy eyes?
Sleep, eat better. Don't eat trash processed food, and sleep.
W. You can also, honestly, if you're properly sleeping and you have dark circles under your eyes, it's probably genetic, and you have to look into some other treatment. That's what I did in Korea when I went back this time around. I had touch-ups on my under eyes because I don't want to be looking haggard. I want to be looking good in my 40s. I want to be as sexy as Dr. Mellons was when she was 19. You were looking good in that picture.
I think I was 15, but go on.
Were you really 15?
I don't remember.
That's very creepy that you would send me a 15-year-old photo of you.
Just to piss you off.
Did you see what one of my little babies from junior high school contacted me recently? Did I tell you about that?
No.
So I used to, in 2015, I used to be the junior high school English teacher at this school in Osaka, Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this random Japanese girl was following me on Instagram, or I saw that she was following me, right? Some kind of notification. And then she messaged me and she was like, hey, she's like, I used to be, one of your students when you were a junior high school teacher. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you? And she's like, I just want to tell you, when I was in school, everybody said that I was fat, but you were the only person who said I wasn't fat. And she's like, and that made me really happy. And I just wanted to tell you that. And she's so pretty now. She's like 20, I think she's like 24, 25. She's married. She has a baby. And she was so sweet, warmed my black heart. It really did. I posted that on my Instagram the other day.
I blocked you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sweet.
A long time. I blocked everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care anymore about Instagram.
I know. I was just sending you a stream of nudes. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm getting a sauna installed in my house right now.
Nice. Perfect.
That's traditional, Finnish style sauna with, heat that goes up to 175. Because I got it for the longevity purposes.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, and so we're gonna be living to 100 million years old. I think the guys left. Yeah, the electricians. Maybe they're gonna be back tomorrow. Yeah, I've been trying to get that installed all week. Turned out to be way more expensive than I thought it would be, but it is now done. Tomorrow morning, and hopefully this fucking sauna works.
Yeah, but remember, you don't need to go above 170, 175, and you don't need to be in there for hours. Don't do like the
20 minutes.
Bros like to be like, I gotta do it hard, bro. I gotta do it longer. And they cold plunge. They do that. You can like get a heart attack from cold plunging and then sauna and back. That's how people die.
The sauna health ratio, the sauna benefits versus the benefits of a cold plunge, just night and day. Like sauna just blows it out the water.
Cold plunge is just euphoria from not dying. That's all it is.
It's rush. Have you ever done it?
I'm a woman. I can't do it. You can't let the womb get cold. It'll destroy your hormones.
You pussy. The girl that I was with, Japanese girl, she went there.
She could go screw up her hormones for all I care. It's not my problem.
No, she's more of a health Nazi than you are. I'm serious.
Yeah, but look. Well, I guess Japanese don't know anything about Chinese medicine. In Chinese medicine, you never let a woman's area get cold. In winter, there's like bands, like wraps that they put around the uterus so it doesn't get cold. It's so important. You can destroy your hormones.
Well, these hoes' wombs are barren these days. It's over. You're saying my God, because it's true. There is barren from all of them. Did you see? Isn't it like almost comical that you see that they came out and said birth control is now carcinogenic?
I've been saying it for years. Nobody listens to me.
Did you see? Like it was like at the World Health Organization or something. It was a big organization said it.
It causes infertility. Duh.
Yeah. And cancer.
Yeah, of course. It causes all the things they pretended that they were going to fix.
Yeah.
And now they want men to do it.
Nope. You get vaccine my fucking nuts. Nope. I ain't vaccinating anything. I take such great pride that I did not fall for that. But I'm honestly thinking like the next PSYOP is going to be like 1,000x more intense because of AI.
Yeah.
How are things with you and being down in Miami?
Miami's fine. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's a lot of hoes around, but like I'm used to it now. Just see
Everybody
hoes everywhere.
everybody keeps telling me I need to move to Miami or get like a side place in Miami and just like be
Yes. Just to
fine.
like hang out. Yeah, it's fun here. There's all the TikTokers, all the Instagram hoes. If you want to do a show, this is the place to do a show. There's so many weirdos that want to be online.
But I'm not looking for weirdos. I'm looking quality content.
There's no freaking it's quality. It's quality. It's look.
Are you still doing live streams about Nazi UFOs?
When I feel like it, like, I just do it for fun. I'm not like trying to make a biznatch or anything.
No. I respect it. I let your freak flag fly, baby. I like it. Anything Nazi related, I want to watch. You know what I really like? I like to watch Nazi occult stuff. Do you have any Nazi occult documentaries you can recommend?
No.
Damn it. Because I love like satanic, scary shit. And then plus Nazis, it's like, fuck yeah. Because Hitler was really obsessed with the occult.
But who isn't?
I know, right? I'm trying to fucking figure out what this is all about. That's what I was on Myron's show last night too, and we were just trying to figure out what is the goal of the elites? Like, are they trying to kill all of us?
Yes.
Right?
Of course. All roads lead to Rome. War, fake food, endocrine disruptors, put them on hormonal birth control. Men hate women, women hate men. Fear. So people don't reproduce when they're under fear and stress. Financial stress, fear of the future, you don't reproduce.
Yeah. This is true. This is very true. And yeah, you'll own nothing and be happy. All road leads to Juuls. If you want to smoke a vape, it's Juul.
Oh my gosh. And you guys, I don't know. Everybody's trying to blame one group. It's the elites.
Really?
You can't blame one group.
My life philosophy is just very simple.
Oh my gosh.
Just take care of yourself, make money, and have sex with hot girls. And those tenets have gotten me through life. All this other stuff, like, the war. Did it get cold down by you? Did the freeze? Did that shocked me because I don't even check the weather. You know what I mean? That shocked the hell out of me.
It was nice. It was very nice. I like it.
Is this my nigga Scott? Oh, is that Scott? Or is that New York Scott? Holler at me. So I've been back in America.
Oh, where are you? What? Oh, you're not going to tell me. Never mind.
I'm in the same place I've always told you I'm at. Don't say it on the air. Don't say it on the air.
All right.
Or I'll call you a racial slur.
Go on Fresh and Fit then. You're close enough.
I am. I was on Myron's last night.
I didn't know.
Does this work? Let me see. Calculating this. I think phone lines are. Yeah, we closed the phone lines. I need to get back to is this my? Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. So what are you going to do tonight?
I don't know. Watch TV.
When do you turn 50?
Soon enough.
When's your birthday?
I'm not going to say it. What's wrong with you?
Just your birthday, not the date.
No, I'm not going to say any part because what if I said the year in one stream and the day in another and the month in another? And
everybody knows you're 50.
Okay, well, that's enough. Look, I'm elderly. I don't care. People can make fun of me for being old, whatever.
I still hit. Don't worry. You still got it. You still got it going on. I would dust the cobwebs off.
God.
Do you dye your hair?
Of course. Are you freaking is this a question?
Okay, I thought it was natural because you're Mrs. Like all natural, all.
No. I mean, I tried to use that henna stuff. I can't.
She's turning 50, She's turning 50. I've been teasing her that she's 50 since we started streaming together.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got it going on. You could still get niggas to simp for you, for sure. If I was your pimp and you were my hoe, we could make a lot of money, even though you're 50.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so nice. Yeah, my husband's always like, why don't you go online and get some money like those other girls? And I'm like, what the heck?
He's right. He's right. He's not pimping you good. Listen, the Dr. Melon's brand idea is still on the table.
God. Yeah.
You still got it.
Dude, this is ridiculous. I'm supposed to be a kept woman, not worrying about money.
I know. Listen, he's letting you down. I can save you, but you have to embrace the Dr. Melon's moniker.
Mm-mm.
You know, we could do so much.
I did get AARP like in the mail, and I threw that shit in the trash.
I know. And here we are. We could easily make 10 grand a month if we wouldn't even have to get you naked.
Okay, like I could do feet if anyone's interested.
Not even that. We would just, you know what we should do? Honestly, we do Dr. Melon's.
Okay.
And we just talk about health and stuff.
And I have 1 foot up in the background.
And we just do like a supplement thing. And then like just get a subscription model.
Ah, yes.
Yep. We get you a little tank top with like the Rick Mellon print, you know?
It's always got like, oh my God.
It's the easiest money of your life, bro. You're going to be, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're aging pretty well. Let's see how, I don't know. I think you got at least 10 years at most ahead of you. And then
that's very generous.
I know. I am a generous guy.
My God.
Sweetheart. I'm a really sweet guy.
As soon as like menopause fully hits, it's gone like overnight.
I know.
That's how the hormones work.
Yep. But we can take you to Korea and chop you up and make you hot again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The other day I was watching some show. Shut up. I was watching some show with my husband and I'm like, stop looking at hoes online. Cause they were like, it was a movie or something. And they were like 2 girls making out or something. And he's like, these hoes are ugly. And then he goes, one of them is an old bitch. And I'm like, oh really? That's an old bitch. And I'm like, how old do you think she is? And he's like, I don't know, like 60. And I looked it up. She's younger than me. Like by 15 years.
You look good.
No, what I'm saying is he's saying these bitches are old.
I know, but it's like they actually do look old versus, your actual oldness.
Well, what are you going to do?
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Obviously, with the whole Manosphere Netflix documentary that they're trying to use to like, paint the guys bad. I want to talk about Myron and I want to talk about Justin Waller because you watched it.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that, what do you think about women that get with the man, but know he sleeps with other women? What do you think about that?
You're not going to like when I say this.
I just want to hear.
They have at least come to terms with the reality that they are low value.
So then you would say
they're just more realistic. They're just like, I'm not the best looking or the youngest anymore. I don't have as much pull. I didn't secure that when I was actually young. So they're giving up stability and security for somebody who's at least financially, you know what I mean? Financially to get, that's why it's so important to get married young. Because that's when you can get a guy who'll commit to you, he'll be serious with you, whatever. You're young, you're, fertile, everything is good. When you are like at the tail end of your, hotness and like, then you got to make concessions. Okay. Am I going to get with the older guy? Am I going to get with the, the guy who's got money but other hoes? Am I going to get with the, whatever? That guy.
So you think? Do you think that this means the girl does not love him as much?
Of course.
So you're willing to say that the girl that's with Justin Waller right now, because I thought she was a pretty attractive woman,
She's cute. She's a cutie.
and she's got that mommy weight on her, but I bet you she was
Yeah.
even hotter back in the day.
Oh, for sure.
But so you think that she doesn't love Justin as much?
It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the exact same as I can trust him. Like we have like monogamy and, like all of that stuff to hold us together. But then at the same time, like she was talking about, like she was cheated on before. So that means she was wasting her time with guys who wouldn't commit with her. Right. So she wasted a lot of her youth with the wrong type of guy. So now it's like she's older and she's like, I gotta pick something. And he's not a bad choice. He's not a bad choice. Is that what she wanted? Nobody wants that. You know what I mean? It's always a compromise.
So you think that if a guy is with a girl and she allows you to sleep with other guys, that she really doesn't love you, she's just compromising with you?
Yeah, she made the it's not a love. Like love doesn't exist. Let's be fucking real. What are we talking about here? Like the things that matter are respect, trust, those are the things that matter. I mean, that's freaking it. Do you respect them? Do you trust them? You can't trust someone who's like, I'm going to do whatever I feel is better, my best interest over what you feel. There's no trust there. So like if I'm her, I'm thinking, I trust that I can't trust him. So I will give him this. I will respect him because he pays the bills. He's a good father. He's a good partner. But like, I can't trust him. Like eventually, like if she gets cancer, her hair falls out. If she gets some sort of disease and her looks go, if she can't do threesomes anymore, if all these things she knows, she can't trust him. He's going to go with somebody else, or he's going to put her on the back burner and go spend more time with another girl, because they don't have a relationship built on monogamy. They don't have that. So like she knows she's giving up basically her future self to have some security right now, and at the hopes that he's still going to pay her bills when she's no longer the, whatever she was now. And it's like,
even though she had a kid with him?
It doesn't freaking matter. That doesn't matter to nobody. That doesn't matter to women. That doesn't matter to men. Nobody gives a shit about that. If someone is not the commitment, monogamy, like, family first over my needs, the kids don't freaking matter to them either.
So then are you saying that if Justin Waller got sick and lost his money, she would just dip out?
I think you would see who the real person is. And
because the way she talks and the way she talks about Justin and looks at him and how she's
a smart person.
Well, I think she genuinely loves him. I don't think.
No, there's different types of respect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it love.
Oh God,
love is for children.
Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Love is for children. Love is for like when you're very young and you're like, I love him, but neither of you have a job. How are you going to pay the bills?
So then why did you get with your husband?
Because I was young and he was young and we were young and stupid together. And then we picked each other, we stayed together. And as we grew up and our brains developed, we developed together. It's different. It's not the same as I'm already older and developed. I've gone through all this trauma. Now I realize I didn't get picked. Now I have to pick someone really fast. It's different.
You realize that?
What do you mean?
You said you realized that you didn't get picked?
No. If I was somebody who was older and still wasn't married.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and this is why it's so important, especially for women, to get married young, because when you're young but life doesn't work that way. Life is not this perfect thing where everybody's gonna, when you're young and the other person's young and you guys are not You don't have bills to pay. You don't have anything to worry about. That's real love because there's nothing else but you two to think about. Once people start paying bills, once people start, like looking for jobs and trying to get hired and, what can we actually do? Then that's reality. Once reality happens, love can't happen because now you have to be in the real world. And the real world is not romantic.
I think you have a very jaded perspective.
It's not jaded, it's realistic. Why are you so you're a lovey-dovey person. You're like, I believe.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm just lucky because with all the girls that I've dated, but we'd never. It was I don't know. Well, you know what it is you were born in America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're kind of just like baseline fucked up.
This is not. No. It's not. It's not. There's nothing about this that's fucked up. It's just, look. I have seen.
You're poisoned. The well is poisoned.
It's not poisoned. It's realistic. It's like this idea that
no.
You're like, what? It is.
Listen, you're wrong. Well, okay, then I have just lived a very luxurious dating experience then.
Look, you come from
or I'm such a clueless idiot, and these girls were just,
no
onto me for I don't know. I didn't have money at the time.
When you don't have anything, if they love you, they love you. The second you have something,
I got
situation.
This is a phenomenon that a lot of guys don't understand.
Uh-huh.
But once I started making more money, I got less bitches.
Yeah.
Because I think to a degree too, it kind of intimidates. I've met girls and I've seen their text messages with their best friends because I go through all these hoes phones, right? And because I'm a fucking surgical scientist. Listen, the data set that I have, like Rollo isn't going through chicks' phones and like exporting the conversation and running it through AI. Like that's how in it I am with the game. And the girls would be like, it's like his success is intimidating. You can't stunt too hard on these hoes.
No. Okay. For me, the reason why when I was very young and I had a lot of options, why I didn't go for wealthier guys, it's because I always said the wealthier guy, if he's already made his money, he's going to think he's so much that he's not going to like care about me as much.
No, that's not true.
No, because it's like if you made all this money, you're going to be like, and what are you? You didn't have to do it because a lot of guys, they resent the girls who are just young and hot.
Well, I'm not talking from a position of resentment. Me personally, when I go out, I don't go on dates with girls and like argue with them and shit. But I will say that your overall disposition is quite negative. And then I would say this too, because when I was dating a bunch, the girls that had really good personality, like they're the ones who for me, if they are helpful and they have a good personality, that right there, like, because I have like a cuteness threshold, but for me, I like to have, when I was dating a bunch of women at the same time, I typically like to just have a bunch of cute women that I'm with and that are just like, fun to be around on top of not fun, like, we need to go places, but just they're down to like have sex at the crib, hang out, have a good time, and not be like a rude animal, So when you have these things structured and set up, like as a guy, and especially if you have a little bit of money, right? And if you're in a good city with a lot of women, like I was in Tokyo, just so much volume. You can easily have 3-4 girl rotation and manage it. It's a good time. Now I'm in America with my 50-year-old co-host. You look good. You still got it. 10 out of 10. I would totally do it. Okay.
Great. Wonderful.
I would let you spank me. I would let you spank me.
God. Jesus. Anyways,
I'd say spank me like you spank your husband. Do it.
Weird.
But yeah, you're a little bit, like I said, you're a little black pilled.
It's not black pilled. I have seen very wealthy dudes get with much younger women, and as soon as they get elderly and weak, there's a switch in them. The power switches. And it's like, oh, everything you did to me, like if they were really kind and sweet to them, the women take care of them 100%. But when they've been cheating and, doing stuff behind their back or being curt with them or being rude to them or holding stuff over their heads, as soon as they become weak and old, that dude loses everything. She takes everything. She puts everything in another account. She skips to another. And I see it so many times. And
You are watching too much red pill rage stuff.
I'm not watching it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm seeing it. I've seen it my whole life.
You are a femcel.
What is a femcel? What?
You are an emotionally dead fat woman.
I'm men going my own way.
Caddis MGTOW. No, you are out of touch.
Dude, I just think everybody should like try as soon as possible when you're very young to just find someone and like get with them, because that's real love. If you like someone when you have nothing and they have nothing to gain from you, then they love you.
But you can sense for like as a man, you got to learn how to screen for genuine desire.
Dude, most of these people haven't felt the touch of the opposite gender. They don't know. They can't. Like, you're asking too much.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not just talking about Miami. I've lived all over the world. Okay, you guys.
No, you don't know nothing. Last time you were single was 1996, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's that far away.
No.
It's good to be back to make fun of you. You're a good sport. You don't have like a younger sister or anything that's hot?
Yeah,
Nothing?
she got married.
Is she hot though?
She doesn't look anything like me. She's blonde with green eyes.
You need to send me a picture.
No.
I need something for the spank bank.
Ugh.
The genuine disgust was funny. I didn't know that. How old is she?
She's past the wall. Don't worry about her.
Well, I mean, anything after 25 is past the wall. So
yeah.
But she's younger than you?
Yeah, of course. Way younger.
Way younger? Oh, I think that's right. Drop the sister's link. Yeah, she was born when you were like 18 or something, right?
Something like that. Like, she's just a baby.
Damn, nigga, you are so fucking old.
I know.
It's kind of hot.
Ugh.
I'm into it.
Weird.
Listen, thank you. You've given me something to enjoy.
Anyway, you should go on Fresh and Fit and let me know, and I'll go over there.
Oh yeah, come. Let's go together. Let's go. Yeah. We'll go to that sushi spot after.
What? Tap those wrinkles. I will fight you.
We always go to, it's called Moshi Moshi. We go to the sushi spot. It's like a midnight sushi spot after Fresh and Fit always.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, listen, it's great to be back. Thanks for calling in for Free Consultation Friday. I'm going to get offline with my digital concubine here. And we'll be back later for sure. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.